Let's go around the Inside Politics table, ask our great reporters to give you a sneak peek at tomorrow's big political headlines. Julie Pace.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani comes to Washington for his first meeting with President Obama this week, and they're expected to announce some changes to the drawdown plan of U.S. troops over the next 2 years. And there's one big reason why the president is willing to have some flexibility in the drawdown, and that's because he's very focused on one specific aspect of this plan, and that is pulling out all U.S. troops by the end of 2016. That would allow him to make the case at the end of his presidency that he had fulfilled his promise to end the war in Afghanistan. His promise to end the war in Iraq has been challenged by the return of some U.S. troops to help Iraq fight the Islamic State. So that's why you're going to see the president announcing that perhaps up to 10,000 U.S. troops will be able to stay in Afghanistan next year. As long as he can keep his promise by the end of 2016, though, this is flexibility he's willing to have.
Also interesting, they seem to trust this new Afghan president
Far more than
they did the last Afghan president. Steve?
I'm keeping track of the number of unauthorized migrant children coming across the border. You'll recall that about this time last year, there was the beginning of a series of stories about a flood of young people coming across the border from Central America, from violence-torn countries there. The administration responded to that. There are new measures to interdict migrants coming. There are measures to try to encourage people, not very successful yet, try to encourage people to apply for refuge without leaving Honduras or El Salvador. Now we're getting back into this spring season when it's a little bit easier to travel, and we'll see if the numbers go up again. If they do, of course, we're going to have another series of news stories about a really sensitive issue that's been very difficult for either party to solve.
Big policy and political questions. We'll watch that one.
So during Hillary Clinton's camp speech, she mentioned her relationship with Newt Gingrich and said behind the scenes it was actually pretty good. So I talked to Newt Gingrich last week, and he confirmed that they actually had a pretty good relationship, and he had some nice things to say about her. He said if she becomes president, she'll be a hard worker, she'll be pretty practical. However, he doesn't think she's going to get there because of what's happening with the Clinton Global Foundation and because of the foreign money. He's testifying to the Homeland Security Committee next week, and he said he's going to bring up the problem of foreign money in American politics. But he stressed it wasn't a Hillary Clinton issue. This is across the government, so listen for that.
Not a Hillary Clinton issue. It's across the government. I'll watch that one play out. We had a nice relationship, however. I'm waiting for the however when it comes to that one. Robert Costa.
A rough week in some sense for House Republicans. You had the resignation of Aaron Schock. But when I was on Capitol Hill this week, I really got the sense that House Speaker John Boehner is going to try to take charge in the coming weeks. And there's two pieces of legislation to really keep an eye on that he wants to muscle through. One's the Republican budget. He wants to just get it through the House, get a compromise with the Senate. And the next is the Doc Fix bill, which is how Medicare reimbursements are done for doctors. Boehner wants to solve that long term. It looks like he's going to have the votes to get it done. And that's John Boehner trying to reinsert himself.
Reassert himself. And on the Doc Fix, actually cut a deal with Nancy Pelosi.
He did.
A rare moment of bipartisanship. I'll close with this. Marco Rubio continues to be little more than a blip if you look at most of the Republican presidential polls. He's down low in the single digits. And there are still a good number of Republicans who think it's possible he might blink and decide not to move on from the exploratory phase to the official candidacy phase. But here is a statement hire that tells you Rubio has every intention of running. His super PAC has tapped Warren Tompkins, a veteran South Carolina political strategist, to take over a super PAC that is going to get millions, maybe tens of millions of dollars in seed money from Florida billionaire Norman Braman. Now, I've known Warren Tompkins for more than 25 years. He plays tough. He plays hardball, and he's battle-tested in presidential politics. And Team Rubio thinks that sends a message. Yes, they say Jeb Bush is ahead raising money. Yes, Scott Walker's getting the media buzz and the conservative buzz at the moment, but they think they are now proving that they have a candidate with better skills. That's their case. And they think he's about to prove he can also put a good battle-tested team on the field. So watch that one.